What's up, YouTubians? Gary with VW Jawbreaker. Welcome back to another steamy morning here in Florida, where it doesn't know what it wants to do. Good morning, Jawbreaker. So today, we're back to work on the 1960 Franken Beetle Baja Volksrod build called the 60, SICKXTY. Why? It's either gonna make you sick or it's gonna be sick. So, today we're gonna go ahead and work on lower A pillars. We've done a bunch of body work to this thing already. So let's go ahead and kind of wrap up this. Last big piece before we start working on the front around the hood area. So make sure you check out vwjawbreaker.com for all my social, merchandise, t-shirts, and other awesome YouTube channels to follow as well. So without further ado, let's get to work on this VW Run 21. All right, so as you can see, lower A pillar is rotted out. When we did the front inner fender well, I left everything kind of further back so we have a little bit more access to everything. Not that you really need to, but we're gonna go kind of make a line a little bit above the rot, come across, and go around the back side. Once we have this part cut out, figured out, then we go ahead and take our replacement panel, set it in place, or at least take a measurement and figure out about where we need it, make our lines, get everything cut, cleaned up, fit, and then we will be butt welding this onto the A pillar. In order to do all this, we're going to go ahead and use the Yeswelder Mig 250 Pro 220 volt. So we'll go ahead and give this puppy a try, and well, first things first, let's get things cut out so we can get things tacked in. Well, it's getting there. We got pretty much everything squared away inside. Just got to get this lower corner down here, but we've also got to get all that squared away there. Well, I'm not 100% sure when you guys shut down, but I've gotten a little bit of work done. Use some cardboard, CAD. And we've got to kind of dress the welds a little bit. Yeah. Alrighty then. Camera did wonderful, obviously. But on a serious note here, the YESWELDER, once I'm starting to get used to the settings a little bit, this MIG Pro 250 is actually working really well. Really liking it. And the fact that I got the extra long 15-foot cord, and this thing is super flexible, as you can see. Of course, you don't want to kink it, but yeah, it's super flexible, easy to get that head in there. I'm happy. Never said I was great at this, so check out where we're at. For right now, I would say we're pretty good. I got a little bit of straightening out to do. This kind of tapers in a tad, whatever, it's close enough. I got gonna beat that just a little bit. I've got a little bit to fill right here just to help bring that edge out just a tad. Other than that, lower A-pillars in. And inner fender well's done. Needs a little skim coat here and there just to cover up some of the welds, but other than that, it's good. I have decided that I am no longer going to try to make this as perfect as I can make it. I'm just trying to do the best of my ability, which I never said that metal work. Let me take that back. I never said body work was something I was great at. I said I was learning as I go. So that's where we're at. Well, it's about a week later. It's a overcast, drizzly, rainy day here in Florida. And I figured what better way to spend it than to get some more done than 60. So we've gotten, of course, the A-pillar done. We need to go ahead and get this side done. In the meantime, in the last week, I went ahead and finished up the inner portions here of the lower B pillars. Just all that's good and done. Everything there's done. Go. So without further ado, we're going to do the same thing as we did on the other side on the A-pillar. We'll go ahead and bring it up just a little bit to where we're solid, slice it across, measure the new replacement, stick it in there, get it squared up, true it up, level. That is one thing that I do. I don't know if you saw it on previous video or not, and I can't find it, but I use a straight edge basically just to kind of come down and make sure that I'm flat against this. That way this new piece doesn't stick too far out, too far in, etc. If you follow my drift. So without further ado, let's knock this side out. How about I get you guys some music to listen to. Before I forget, we're going to continue using our YESWELDER Mig 250 Pro, which I've been extremely happy with so far. We've used this to do the A-pillar on the other side, all these patches over here, and we're going to use it on this side as well. Now, one thing I did mess up on is I was calling it synergy mode. It's not synergy mode, synergic, where it helps sense the wire feed and kind of correct for you. I found with doing a bunch of tack welding, put it in manual mode, set your wire, set your metal thickness, all that stuff, and it works fantastic. So, without further ado, this side didn't quite turn out as nice as the other side, but what do you do? I'm having a really off day. I probably shouldn't be out here working. Not in the right frame of mind to be doing this, but BW21 must move on. So now we're gonna go ahead and patch up this side, get the rest of that closed in. I'll bring you back in a moment and I'll show you how I went about it on the other side since the camera shut off. So I've got this squared out in order to get this drip rail kind of fit the way I need to. Just took a piece of flat metal, put a little bit of a 90 on it. That way it'll fit up in here, just like that. And it just takes a little bit of trimming, a little bit of trimming, a little bit of trimming until you finally get it. And I did treat the inside with some OSPO just to keep everything from deteriorating on me. So we can go ahead and tack that in just like that, and she'll be ready to go. Well, that turned out like crap, and the camera died. Let me show you how horrible this side turned out. The other side was definitely better, but there, it's just not pretty. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too hard on myself, not really sure. It's one of those days where sometimes you think that garage therapy is gonna do you good, right? And then you get out here and get working and realize it's just not 100% what you need. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up, clean up for the day, head inside, just relax. We had to put our dog down yesterday. It's been a huge part of the family for the last 10 years. So it's, if you guys are pet lovers like I am, pets are family. They're not just a pet, they're part of the family. That's why each year I take a portion of all proceeds from the YouTube and all proceeds from merch and Amazon, and I donate that to the local Humane Society. Animals mean that much to me. Anyway, guys, I appreciate it. A-pillars are done. Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate you. Till the next time, be good.